Since entering my 20s, I've realized that strong money habits are key to creating financial success and that you should practice them as soon as possible. So today, I'm sharing with you 7 money habits I regret not starting sooner in my 20s. These won't be the cliche ones you're used to hearing, but rather unique ones that have upped my money game in my 20s and may up yours as well. Money habit 1, focus on income, not just savings. Saving money is preached as one of the best ways to increase your wealth, and it rightfully is. But saving itself can only get you so far, especially if your income is low. There'll come a point where there'll be no more cost for you to cut. Even if you invest your savings, it can only make you so much if your income is low. Let's say you've saved $1,000 and invested in the stock market. With a good 10% return, you'd end up with a $100 gain. It's money all right, but it's probably not the life-changing money that you may be expecting. If you want to increase your wealth, focus on increasing your income. Work on your career, pick up a second job, start your own business, do what you gotta do to bring in more money. Remember, you can't save what you don't have. Money habit 2. Give yourself time to make money. It seems like everywhere on social media nowadays, there's always someone pitching a quick and easy way to make money. Whether or not all of it is real is debatable, but I do know that this type of content has put a lot of pressure on us in our 20s to get rich quickly. While there's nothing wrong with wanting to get rich quick, I wouldn't mind. It's just that focusing on it too much often leads to acquiring a short-term mentality. You might gamble all your savings away on a risky meme coin. Or lose money working for an MLM pyramid scheme. Or you might actually start a promising business of your own, but because it isn't making you a lot of money immediately, you quit too soon. The reality is, the average millionaire is 57 years old, and they probably didn't make their wealth listening to a fake guru. Knowledge. Building a long-term career, business, or investment portfolio may make you so much more money down the line compared to just chasing ways to make a quick buck. Money habit 4, invest in tax-advantaged accounts. We often overlook the taxes associated with investing. They can eat into your profits, making you earn less money. It doesn't have to be that way though with tax-advantaged accounts. Tax-advantaged accounts, or registered plans, if you live in Canada like me, are accounts registered with the government that allow you to hold qualified investments such as stocks, ETFs, mutual funds, and more. More importantly, they may offer tax advantages that may help you pay less tax and keep more money. I'm gonna share with you 2 that I use. The first account is the TFSA, or tax-free savings account. With this account, any money you contribute to it, earn in it, or withdraw from it is generally tax-free. The amount of money you could be saving with a TFSA could be significant, especially over time. Suppose your annual income is $46,000, that you contribute $200 to your account every month, an annual return of 5%, and that you keep your money invested for 40 years. Using this calculator, the result is around $295,000 in your TFSA. Now, let's say you invested the same way outside of your TFSA. You would have only made approximately $243,000. That's around a $52,000 difference due to the estimated tax-free growth that you would have seen over the years in your TFSA. That's a whole lot of money saved. Something to note, you can't reduce your taxable income with TFSA contributions. They're not deductible for income tax purposes. The second tax advantage account I use is the RRSP, or Registered Retirement Savings Plan. When you put money into your RSP, it can help deduct that money from your taxable income, which may reduce the tax that you may be required to pay that year. However, when you withdraw that money from your RSP in the future, it will be considered income, and you will be taxed on it. A good tip is to withdraw from your RSP when you're in a lower income tax bracket, like when you're retired perhaps. At that time, your total income and income tax bracket will likely be lower, so you may be subject to less tax when withdrawing. I also want to mention a bonus perk with the RSP. If you're planning to purchase your first home, you can actually withdraw up to $35,000 tax-free from your RSP via the home buyer's plan. You just have to pay it back within a 15-year period, subject to certain conditions and eligibility requirements. As you can tell, there's a lot on tax advantage accounts and registered plans. If you want to dive into the details, I've put some resources in the description below. Also, a big shout out to TD for sponsoring this portion of the video. They have the tools and expertise to help you ease into investing, so check out their website in the description or consider working with a TD advisor. By the way, if you live in the US, similar plans to the TFSA and RRSP may be the Roth IRA and traditional IRA respectively. Consider looking them up. While we're on the topic of taxes, money habit 3, inform yourself about taxes. You might have heard of the saying, nothing is certain except death and taxes. Knowing the basics can help you tremendously when it comes to paying your taxes, planning your finances, saving money, and avoiding a knock on your door. A great way to learn is to try to file your own taxes. For most people, it's actually not that bad. There are tons of resources out there and free or affordable tax software that can help you do the job. If you need to use an accountant, it's still helpful to get familiar with how taxes work so you can personally review your filings and catch errors. I recently worked with a new accountant and let's just say it wasn't the best experience. If I didn't review my filings, I would have paid way more tax than necessary. Money habit 5, consider high quality products. In the past, I admit, I was a pretty cheap guy. My purchases were always based on the price and well, I usually got what I paid for. Today, I still love my good deals, but I now know that the more expensive product can actually sometimes be the better bargain. For products you need to rely and depend on every day, such as your computer or camera or underwear, always consider the higher quality options versus just the cheapest ones. They often last longer and work better, which may help you avoid repair and replacement costs and save you more money in the long run. Let me be clear though, a higher price doesn't always mean higher quality. Also, you don't actually need the best quality most of the time. Do your research, be practical, and don't fall for the hype. Money habit 6, negotiate. Now, I don't suggest you walk into a fast food joint and negotiate the price of a cheeseburger, but for a lot of products and services out there, always consider negotiating the bill to save money. Examples include your phone plan, internet, and rent. I know what you might be thinking. Negotiating is intimidating. Only think of me. A lot of times, people already assume you will negotiate, so they may start off with a higher price that they already expect to lower for you. It's similar on the flip side. When someone offers you money, like a job salary, they usually start low because they expect you may ask for more. You can't get what you don't ask for. During negotiations, beware of price anchoring. This is when you use a reference price to help you decide how much something is worth. For example, if someone is trying to sell you a used car for $5,000 and you bargain it down to $4,000, it may seem like a great deal, but only because you're comparing the negotiated price to the offered price. What if the used car is actually worth $2,000? The negotiated price doesn't seem that good of a deal now, does it? To combat price anchoring, you'll need to do research on what you're negotiating for and not be influenced by any initial offers. I actually believe it's best to always put out the first offer when negotiating because then you'll have the power of price anchoring on your side. Now, what if you fail at negotiating? The worst that usually happens is that you just go back to the original offer, which you would have accepted anyways if you didn't negotiate. Negotiation is typically worth a shot. Money habit 7. Learn to want less. So I own a storage company, and over the years, it's been eye-opening just to see how many things an average person owns. And I understand. In today's materialistic world, we're constantly told to seek happiness in what we own and buy things that we don't need. Learning to want less, to be satisfied in life without having lots of possessions and fancy experiences is one of the best and easiest ways to increase your wealth. With this mindset, you may naturally spend less and save more. I think the best way to learn how to genuinely want less is to experience more priceless things in life. See things that make you happy that also don't cost you much money. Over time, you'll realize that you don't actually need a lot and that there is beauty that comes with modesty. If you enjoyed this video, check out my other video for more money tips. Give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and peace out.
Ow! It went to 0!